Breaking news, Cowboys Nation. Disaster strikes as Micah Parsons goes down with a shocking knee injury in practice. Our defensive superstar could be out for the season, and Dallas's Super Bowl dreams are hanging by a thread. I've got the inside scoop on what this means for America's team, so stick around, you won't believe what's coming next for the Cowboys. Hey there, Cowboys Nation. Welcome to Dallas Cowboys Fan, your ultimate destination for all things America's team. Whether you bleed blue and silver or are just starting to catch Cowboys fever, this is the place. If you are a diehard fan, please make sure to subscribe for more latest news and updates of your favorite team. Cowboys Nation, it's your boy, Dallas Diehard, coming at you with some breaking news that's shaking up America's team. Buckle up, because this one's a doozy. Just moments ago, word came down from the Cowboys training facility that has left fans and analysts alike in shock. Our star linebacker, the heart and soul of our defense, Micah Parsons, has suffered a potentially season-ending injury during a routine practice session. That's right, folks. The man who's been terrorizing opposing quarterbacks and running backs alike is now facing his toughest opponent yet, a devastating knee injury. Now, before we dive into the details, let me remind you to smash that like button and hit subscribe if you haven't already. We're bringing you the hottest Cowboys news as it happens, and you don't want to miss a beat. So, here's what we know so far. Parsons was participating in a standard tackling drill when he planted his foot wrong and his knee buckled underneath him. Eyewitnesses report hearing an audible pop, and Parsons immediately went down, clutching his knee in obvious pain. The team's medical staff rushed to his aid, and practice came to a screeching halt as players and coaches looked on in disbelief. The severity of the injury is still being assessed, but early reports suggest it could be a torn ACL, which would almost certainly end Parsons' season before it even begins. This is a crushing blow to a Cowboys defense that was looking to build on last year's success and push for a deep playoff run. Let's take a moment to appreciate just how significant this loss could be for Dallas. Parsons isn't just any player, he's a game changer, a once-in-a-generation talent who's been drawing comparisons to NFL legends like Lawrence Taylor. Since his rookie year, in just 2 seasons, he's racked up an impressive 26.5 sacks, forced 6 fumbles, and consistently disrupted opposing offenses with his incredible speed and football IQ. The impact of Parsons' potential absence extends far beyond the stat sheet. He's the emotional leader of this defense, the guy who fires up his teammates and sets the tone with his relentless motor and infectious energy. Losing him isn't just about losing a great player, it's about losing the heart and soul of this Cowboys unit. Now, I know what you're thinking, but Dallas diehard, surely the Cowboys have a backup plan, right? Well, my friends, that's where things get tricky. The Cowboys' depth at linebacker was already a concern heading into this season, and now it's become a full-blown crisis. The next man up would likely be Leighton Vander Esch, but he's had his own injury issues in the past and hasn't quite lived up to the promise of his rookie season. Beyond Vander Esch, the Cowboys are looking at a group of unproven youngsters and journeyman veterans. Names like Jabril Cox and Devin Harper might need to step up in a big way, but asking them to fill Parsons' cleats is like asking a high school quarterback to replace Tom Brady. It's just not a fair comparison. This injury couldn't have come at a worse time for the Cowboys. We're just weeks away from the start of the regular season, and the team was counting on Parsons to be a cornerstone of their defensive game plan. Now, defensive coordinator Dan Quinn is going to have to go back to the drawing board and figure out how to scheme around this massive loss. But let's not forget, Cowboys Nation adversity is nothing new for this franchise. We've faced setbacks before, and we've always found a way to bounce back. Remember when we lost Dak Prescott to that gruesome ankle injury a few years back? Everyone counted us out, but we rallied and showed the world what we're made of. Speaking of Doc, I can't help but wonder how this news is hitting him and the rest of the offense. They've got to be feeling the pressure now, knowing they might need to put up even bigger numbers to compensate for a potentially weakened defense. Will we see Doc airing it out more? Will Tony Pollard need to take on an even larger role in the running game? These are the questions that are surely keeping offensive coordinator Kellen Moore up at night. Now, let's talk about what this means for the Cowboys' playoff aspirations. There's no sugarcoating it. Losing a player of Parsons' caliber is a massive blow to our Super Bowl dreams. The NFC East is already a dogfight, with the Eagles looking strong and the Giants and Commanders both on the rise. Without Parsons anchoring our defense, the path to the division title just got a whole lot steeper. But here's where I want to inject a little optimism, because that's what being a true fan is all about. This injury, as devastating as it is, could be an opportunity in disguise. It's a chance for other players to step up and make a name for themselves. Who knows? Maybe this will be the catalyst that turns one of our unheralded defenders into the next big star. And let's not forget about the resilience of Micah Parsons himself. This is a guy who's overcome adversity before, who's known for his insane work ethic and determination. If anyone can bounce back from an injury like this and come back stronger, it's Parsons. We've seen athletes defy the odds time and time again, and I wouldn't bet against Micah doing the same. Now, I want to address the elephant in the room, the inevitable speculation about how this injury happened and whether it could have been prevented. Folks, let's remember that football is a violent sport and injuries are an unfortunate part of the game. Before we start pointing fingers or playing the blame game, let's wait for all the facts to come out and trust that the Cowboys organization will conduct a thorough review of their practice procedures. In the meantime, I'm calling on all of you, the best fans in the NFL, to rally behind our team. Send your thoughts and prayers to Micah Parsons for a speedy recovery. Show some love to the players who'll be stepping up to fill the void. And most importantly, keep that unwavering faith in the star. We've overcome adversity before, and we'll do it again. As we wrap up this breaking news update, I want to remind you that the situation is still developing. We'll be keeping a close eye on any official statements from the team, updates on Parsons' condition, and any roster moves the Cowboys might make in response to this injury. Make sure you've got those notifications turned on so you don't miss any updates. Before we sign off, I want to hear from you. How do you think the Cowboys should address this setback? Who needs to step up in Parsons' absence? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's get a discussion going. Your input might even make it into our next video. And hey, if you found this update helpful, do your boy a solid and share this video with your fellow Cowboys fans. We're all in this together, and the more informed our fan base is, the stronger we'll be. That's all for now, Cowboys Nation. Remember, no matter what challenges come our way, we bleed blue and silver. We've got the best owner in the league in Jerry Jones, a talented roster, and the most passionate fans in the world. This is just another obstacle on our path to glory, and we'll overcome it together.